can to play tonight. And a steal. Miller retreats to the three-point line. Weber imploring the crowd.
Kenny Smith hitting the three.
Here's Isaiah. Go! Mr. Big Shot.
Welcome to another rollicking edition of Open Court here on NBA TV. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks a lot for being here. This is going to be a fun show. I say that every time we do this, but they're all fun shows. And here's the panel. There's the big fella, Shaquille O'Neal.
That's a championship ring.
No, it's a mood ring, and he's in a great mood.
You know. You got to be in a good mood to wear that jacket.
First, what's a nice jacket?
I don't talk to people unless they have one of these.
In his first year of open court appearances, we have Chauncey Billups.
Welcome to retirement, man.
Thank you.
Welcome to retirement.
Thank you.
You old.
I am old. Gray hair, no hair, you know, that's all good. Welcome to the club.
Sitting next to Chauncey is Chris Webber, of course. See, how are you?
Doing good?
It's wonderful to see you.
Yeah.
Chuckster, it's good to see you.
Thank you, Academy.
young Reggie Miller, how are you?
You like that jacket, Chuck?
Wait a minute.
Rez, that's a nice jacket.
That's a nice. It's
That's
very
nice.
It's casual.
That's clean.
Isaiah,
That's
you like
sharp
the
right
jacket?
there.
I love your jacket.
Thank you, Coach.
I think it's
Very nice.
beautiful.
Thank you, Coach.
He needs no introduction. Isaiah Thomas just conversing with Shaquille O'Neal.
The legs.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's a ring touch.
There
Ring touch. I want the twins. I want the
a lightning strike in the
ring.
clear blue sky. And Kenny the Jet Smith. How many years now, Kenny, you've been at this?
16.
16 years now.
Yeah.
Wow. What a blink. Anyway, great to see you again. Yeah.
16, baby.
1997. Very special time, All-Star Weekend, Cleveland, Ohio. Because back then, you had the 50 greatest players of all time gathered for this wonderful team picture. And Charles, you were there. You were on that 50 greatest. Shaq's on that 50 greatest. Isaiah on that 50 greatest. It was so cool. And I remember the day before when there was just a rehearsal for this. And everybody's out there and you see all the jackets. And then afterwards, everybody's just getting autographs from each other.
He's going to make it. He's playing the game.
Isaiah, we even have your jacket here in the studio, the Open Court studio. And that thing is just a beaut. So, and there's, of course, the Chuckster. What was this day, that weekend like?
I'll put
Isaiah?
up $1 million if Chuck can fit into his
There's
jacket right now.
There's Isaiah's jacket
Can you
hanging
get
up
into your
over
jacket right now, Chuck?
I have no idea what that jacket is.
Oh, come on.
I really don't, man. My grandmother stole all my stuff, man.
Wow.
I mean, my grandmother, I don't have no trophies. My grandmother
How about
stole
she's keeping
everything.
them because she know you won't keep them, maybe?
No, I would always keep, especially something like that. That's pretty remarkable to see that video.
I saw Underdog wearing your jacket the other day, as a matter of fact.
But
that's
Isaiah can
that's
fit
where
his
it went.
jacket still.
Yeah, you could.
Might be big on you.
What was that like? Get into that weekend. What was
No, it was a great weekend, just in terms of the history and the tradition that was in the room. I mean, Wilt Chamberlain was in the room. I mean, you were standing next to, you know, Elgin Baylor. And I don't know if there's ever been an occasion where all of us have been in one room together. And the most interesting thing that I remember about that evening, that day, was that no one was really talking basketball. It was all about how you doing, how's your family doing. You know, it was just real personal conversation. You know, hearing Russell and Chamberlain just sit there and talk. And it's like, you know, we were kind of the younger guys, and like the older guys who, you know, really, you know, paved the way for all of us, they had their stories, they were sharing, we were sharing. So it was just one big, fantastic day of sharing.
There was
I
a
could
great
also say, Ernie, that when they named me to the top 50, I felt my name was added a little too quickly. Because
I agree with that.
It was my third, fourth year in.
Yeah.
They named me top 50. I actually didn't make that event because my leg was broken.
Unable to be here from the Los Angeles Lakers, number 34, Shaquille O'Neal.
took a lot of flack for being on the list, but I felt like names like Bob McAdoo should have been on that list before me. Alex English, Dominique Wilkins could have been easily on that list before me. So I felt my name was added a little bit too soon.
I like your humility, but they got it right, though.
Yeah, I don't
agree.
agree.
They guessed,
but
they guessed right.
Yeah, they did.
You should be on that list.
Yeah,
I mean, we love the humility, something we've never seen here at Turner.
That was such a nice comment right up until then.
They guessed it right.
There's a couple other people that shouldn't have been on this.
Yeah, no,
Well,
should have been on it.
We're going to get into that before this show is over. Give me your memories of that weekend.
When we were all in the room, like Isaiah said, it was amazing. Like you're sitting there, it's like basketball more than any other sports, especially with the All-Star weekend, when you have like all the walking carts walking around, we do such a great job of celebrating our past. You know, every year you see Bill Russell giving away a trophy in the playoffs. Last year we had George the Iceman Gervin. I was kind of in shock. You know, you sit around, you say, wow, that's Wilt Chamberlain. Wow, that's Bill Russell, that's Jerry West, that's Elgin Baylor. And one thing that was interesting, only one guy had passed away, and that was Pete Maravich.
Right.
And his son was there. His entire family was there. And they were so excited he was on the team, and it was really just a cool moment. His family was amazing. I remember them just thanking us for including him, and like, thank you all. But seeing everybody, you know, Bob Pettit, Jerry Lucas, those guys, it was amazing.
There was that great moment, too, when Bill Russell helped George Mikan up, which was just a very great symbolic kind of a linking of the past, and it was very cool. But anytime a list like that comes out, everybody's going to look at it and they say, well, who was the first name, Chauncey, that came up? He said, how could this guy not be on there?
It was tough for me because I mean, as a fan, obviously, in that year, I was about to be a rookie. I was on my way to the draft. So, as a fan, that list just seems so far-fetched for me as a player, not even played one NBA game. So as a fan, and as a player as well, I had no right to even say anybody shouldn't be on the list.
But when
I had a right to say who maybe should be added to the list, but
who were you surprised wasn't on there? I mean, Dominique Wilkins. That was the first name that I thought when I looked at that list. Said, boy, Neek's not on the top 50.
That was
highlight reel.
That was the first guy.
For me
I
too.
thought, because when you think of certain players, when you think of certain franchises, you think of certain players.
Mm-hmm.
And when you say Atlanta Hawks, he's the only guy you think of. There's no one else that you can say, well, I think of this guy when I think of the Hawks. No, you think of Dominique Wilkins. So when you thought of the Celtics, you know, you would say Russell and Cousy. Like, you have those names. When you think of the Pistons, you think Isaiah. You know, you think of the 10-team Shaq played with. You think of Shaq, all of those. That was for Chuck, man.
He can fight his own battles.
You know, it was for Chuck. We were together.
You got strike one, you got strike one. I dare you to get the strike three. Gonna be some furniture moving over there, Ernie. I'm telling you now, Ernie.
How about it, C?
I definitely thought Dominique. And, you know, of course, I wasn't the 50 greatest, but I was at that All-Star game. I got to participate. And, you know, growing up, having, of course, Chuck and Dominique, all these guys be my favorite, you know, the most prized possession I have at home is my autograph 50 players of all time. You remember I brought that on NBA TV last year, and that's the one possession more than any trophy I've ever had or anything else, to have all these guys' autographs on there, guys I've looked up to, guys that were pillars of the game. And so even for the fans, we got rewarded by them making a limited edition poster with all these guys signing it. But I definitely thought Dominique was, you know, on that list, like you guys said. When you just think about the Celtics, how great Larry Bird was, he was always, you know, breaking Dominique's heart. You know, you think about his impact in the league, and it was him. And just because you don't have help or just because you just can't get there doesn't make, you know, your value not that. And so I always thought Dominique was one of the best.
I do agree with C-Webb. That's one of my prized possessions. Because what are the chances are you ever going to get 49 of those guys together? Like, you see them periodically here or there, but the chances of you being in a room with these guys, getting everybody to sign it, it was surreal for me, and it's one of my prized possessions.
It was the game of basketball as we know it, all encompassed in one afternoon in Cleveland. We're going to take a break. Eventually, as I said, we're going to kind of whittle this down to who's the next 10 should be. And we're also going to discuss when we come back exactly what makes a player one of the greatest of all time. What are the qualifications? What are the requirements? These guys weigh in when we come back.
Magic standing there with 4 or 5 teammates.
Right.
Bird standing there with 4 or 5 teammates. And then here's me. I'm like, where my 50 guys? Where my teammates? I mean, then you say, okay, well, that's why they teams were so good.
All right, we're back here on Open Court, and we're talking about, we were looking back on the 50 greatest players of all time from 1997. We're going to unofficially add 10 to that list in this show. Charles, you were making a good point in the commercial break as you looked at the list of the 50 greatest, and you said really nobody can take off of this list.
Yeah, I think when you look at the list, and I obviously have to refresh my memory, man, because I think that sometimes, you know, it's interesting. Guys really think the NBA started with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird back from during that generation. Then you got the Michael Jordan era. And so then people forget that some of these guys, because every time I see Dave Carvers and Jerry Lucas, I give them a hard time. I says, how in the world do you get 20 rebounds a night? I said, you guys got to be, because I'm looking at my stats, and these guys got almost double the rebounds I got. And I said, that's impossible.
No disrespect to Neek. No disrespect to Bob McAdoo, Adrian Dantley. I thought maybe they possibly could have been in that top 50, but they got the list right, including you, big fella. 49 of the 50 are in the Hall of Fame. So how are you going to take a Hall of Famer off the top 50? And when he's up, it'll be 50 out of 50.
Well, that's not debatable, because, I mean...
49 out of the 50 are in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. So you're going to take someone out of the Hall of Fame?
Well, he's not going to be in, because like, I got to decide and vote, and I haven't decided yet.
Okay, well, maybe you might not make it.
Anybody on that list, Isaiah, that you don't think should be on that list?
No, I definitely think that.
Come on, Pee Wee. Come on, Pee Wee.
I'm gonna leave it alone. No, I definitely think that. I think that Bob McAdoo. If you go back and you look at McAdoo's career, Bob McAdoo, in my opinion, was one of the top 50 greatest players to ever play.
Mac makes it. Who comes off, Coach?
Say what you said during the commercial break, Reggie.
If McAdoo makes it, who comes off?
Well, we don't need to go there.
Sure we do.
No, we don't. No, because it would be seen as I got a personal grudge or something like that. So I'll just leave my opinion that I think McAdoo should have been one of the top 50.
You say one, I'll say one, Isaiah. I'm with you, Coach.
I just think McAdoo should be one of the top 50 players.
Say one first. I ain't going to say Bill Walton.
I think McAdoo should have been one of the top 50
I'm just saying, I ain't going to say it.
But you know, when you talk about, when you bring up Bill Walton, you know, I know he won a championship, and maybe you guys can help me with his career. I know
Championships.
I know he was the man in college. And so
he was the man in Portland.
That's what I'm asking you to talk to me about it. I'm asking you to talk to me.
That man got 6,000 points.
How can he be one of the 50? That's why I'm asking California. You know,
yeah.
If somebody scores 6,000 points today, would you put them on a list? Anybody you've ever seen?
Well, his 6,000 and his contribution to the game, not only just college, but the game.
See, we're not talking college.
These are the 50 greatest players in NBA history.
In NBA history, so no, but his contribution to the NBA that you had.
But wait a minute, Shaq and my contribution to the game wasn't looked at on the Dream Team.
No, but he had. No, but at that time, let me take this back. And at that time,
and you guys both got robbed on that.
Welcome back to Old Wounds Reopened here on Open Court TV.
But hey, Chris, but the other thing about that,
because I know he was cold, and I know he was good.
At that point,
that man got
Shaq
6,000
had only
points,
had 6,000 points.
Yes,
But they guessed, and they guessed it right with Shaq. As for Bill Walton, and I agree with Kenny, it's a contribution of everything he's done.
How do you measure greatness?
Yeah.
Can greatness only be looked at in terms of numbers you put up? Can it be looked at in terms of championships that you earned and that kind of thing? I mean, so what are the guidelines for greatness? It's such a hard thing to define, Sean.
I think it's success. Obviously, the effect that you had on the game, your presence in the game. I think all of those things. I think it's probably a number of 5 or 6 things that you can point to, but it's always going to be some exceptions, I guess. You know, because my thing is to you guys' point. I mean, why didn't they name Grant Hill then? You know, like why isn't G Hill on
At
there?
that point in 1997.
I mean, he was on his way to being.
Great point.
You know, like there's always going to be some exceptions somewhere.
And you guys talked to me about the context of the game and Bill Walton and you know, UCLA. So if we're not talking, we're talking 50 NBA greatest. Right. So if he did not play at UCLA, he still.
I would say yes.
Great. And see, I didn't get to watch him, so I really.
You're forgetting the years in Portland. In Portland, that team was Dr. Jack Ramsey.
But if he played less than 5 years or 6 years, I will forget those years. Because Dominique played 15, 12, 13, and was given the business for 15, 12,
I'm
13.
just saying that
Dominique has 26,000 points.
But when you look at Bill Walton going 17 and 14, his first 4 years in the league, 17, 14, and 4.
But I'm saying, Ernie, longevity matters.
But I'm talking about his impact on way the style of basketball was played.
Yeah.
Changed because of what he did.
Would you put Scottie Pippen in front of Dominique?
I would not put Scottie Pippen in front of Dominique.
I wouldn't put Scottie Pippen in front of Neek or Bob McAdoo.
How the list was made was sports writers, right?
Yes.
And players, former players. So apparently some players felt that Dominique wasn't one of the top 50 players.
Yeah, but
his own contemporary.
But I'm saying, Reggie, but I'm saying he could have been 51. So I think it really, it's such a fine line. Dominique obviously is an all-timer. Listen, actually, you know, we arguing about Dominique.
49
I forget
out of
about
50
Bob
are in the
McAdoo.
Hall of Fame. How are you going to take someone out of who's a Hall of Famer off a list?
Is Dominique in the Hall of Fame?
But he wasn't on the list.
But I'm saying, but
I know. But you've got more players in the Hall of Fame than are on the list.
Hey, Bob McAdoo was MVP of this league. Yeah. When you talk about changing the game, he's a 6'11" dude shooting threes.
He was the first stretch four.
First stretch four, the original, the real one.
So he changed the game.
He totally changed the game.
And this is why when I used to watch the Lakers growing up, and I say, and when we watching them play against them, they had Bob McAdoo coming off the bench.
Off the bench.
And I'm like, they have like 5 Hall of Famers. You know, so like you can't, like when you say how great guys were, you had Magic, you had
Worthy,
Kareem, you had Kareem, and then you had the guy who led the league in scoring for like 5 or 6 years coming off the bench, scoring buckets.
Some more guys to consider, and I know you all have thought about this, but the thing is, this is tough to whittle down.
No, it's not.
The first 5 is not.
It's easy, Reggie.
We'll start this.
The first 5 or 6.
Yeah, first 5 or 6 were automatic.
Yeah.
But then it gets a little tough. No. Anyway, we'll be back. We'll do that right after this. We are back on open court. Indeed we are. We're talking about the 50 greatest players of all time from back in 1997, and now we're talking about adding the next 10 to that list. And you want us to be cautious here, or you want us to have ground rules here?
We need to start the list as 2,000, to be honest with you.
Okay, we're not going to do that. Yeah. Yes, Shaq.
You ready for my list?
Oh, you're going to do a list?
I'm going to do what Chuck used to do in college, cheat sheet. Simple. Alex English, Dominique Wilkins, Bob McAdoo, Kobe, Timmy D, Garnett, my man sitting right over there, LeBron, AI, Tracy McGrady, and Gary Payton.
I don't know about that.
No, that's a terrible list.
Okay, hold on. Hold on 1 second.
No.
We're gonna have to kind of go through this and try to formulate a list. How's the panel feel about Alex English?
I'm a Denver guy, so you know I love Alex.
You like that, C-Web?
I like your list.
Thank you.
You like Alex English?
You like it, but you don't love his list. You don't love it.
Because I'm trying to see if we're going to put Alex English on the list.
Alex English, I patterned my
I'm not starting 2000.
Man, do you like
but he would not make my next 10.
Right.
Okay, so
Alex English was a great player, Hall of Famer, but he wouldn't make my next.
Let's get the unanimous guys who should be on the list. I'll throw the name of Tim Duncan out.
come on.
If there is unanimous.
Automatic.
Okay.
Kobe.
Thank you. Hold on. I'm writing. Kobe
Of course.
would be a unanimous.
LeBron.
LeBron would be
LeBron.
a unanimous,
Yeah.
obviously.
Allen Iverson?
Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
I say
Allen
yes.
Iverson is
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
I say yes.
What we at now, 5 or 4?
No, that's four.
Kevin Garnett.
Hold on 1 second,
Penny
man.
Hardaway?
All
Dude,
right.
don't you know how to write fast?
Yeah, but I want to make sure we're not missing it. This is Kobe, Duncan Kobe, LeBron Iverson. Okay, give me another automatic.
Kevin Garnett for me.
Kevin Garnett,
Kevin
sure.
Garnett's
Unanimous?
automatic.
Oh, man, don't be passing my names up. Penny
I say.
Hardaway.
Yeah.
Hold, what?
Okay, now start.
Hold on 1
Kenny.
second.
Garnett.
Strike 2, Kenny. Disrespect me one more time.
I'm not the moderator.
So
Don't worry about it. I got your back.
Are you going-
At you, I gonna be some furniture moves.
okay,
around.
are we going unanimous on Penny Hardaway?
No.
What?
No.
Whoa, whoa. Coach, what you think?
The next 10.
We got to wait on that. Not a unanimous.
We gotta wait.
Okay.
all right.
Who was the next one on your list there, Aristotle?
And we already got Garnett. We already got.
I have
Duncan.
one, Dirk Nowitzki.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah,
We're going
Dirk
through,
Nowitzki.
going through
Dirk,
his thing.
that's a
Hold on.
unanimous.
I got no. Hold on. I got my last 2. I got Tracy McGrady and Gary Payton, and I got C. Webb.
Are they unanimous?
No.
No, we got to figure
All
it
right.
out. Dirk Nowitzki is a unanimous.
Dirk Nowitzki.
It's
Hold on.
unanimous.
Dirk
Hold on,
Nowitzki.
Hold on. GP is not unanimous.
No.
We're going in order. I say Dirk.
Like GP.
We're gonna.
GP is not
Hold on.
unanimous.
Hey, we'll let you guys fight this out in a second. Let's see if we can get a unanimous 10, and then see who's left off, and then you guys can brawl. Okay. So right now we got Duncan, we got Kobe,
Yes.
we got LeBron,
Yes.
we got AI,
Yes.
we got KG,
Yes.
and we've got Dirk. 1,
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unanimous at this point. How about?
So we're not going to do the McAdoo and we're not gonna do
What
Dominique?
about Paul Pierce?
Is Dominique unanimous?
Yes.
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 I have another unanimous, I hope.
Oh,
Is
And y'all, they might not like it. I don't know.
I have
Is
Alex-
Dwayne Wade.
I have Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade
too.
is
D
unanimous.
Wade unanimous?
I would have a Dwayne Wade.
I would have
Over
a Dwayne
Penny?
Wade.
Oh, he's got a question.
He's not in
He's got a question.
not
Okay.
unanimous.
Is Alex English
over
your?
G-
Was,
I'm just
was
saying,
Alex,
how many 2 guards are better than Dwayne Wade in
over
history
Gary
of the game?
Payton?
Yeah,
I would go with Dwayne
I would
Wade.
go with.
I don't know
Dwayne
how
Wade.
many
But I would
guards
also.
are better.
Isaiah.
I would
Go
also.
with Dwayne over Gary Payton.
You know what?
Would
Since
you go
you
with
keep
Dwayne?
talking about Gary Payton,
I'm talking to Isaiah right now. I ain't
since
talking
you
to
keep
you.
going with Gary
I-
Payton,
I
I'll go
will-
with someone
I
over Gary
will.
Payton. I'll go with
Champion.
Jason Kidd over Gary Payton.
I like both of them.
To me, winning
I'll go with
matters.
Jason Kidd over
and
Gary Payton.
You know, I go with Dwayne Wade. He's got rings. He's got championships. That's what it's.
That's a
but
me.
see, okay, look. Okay, time out.
He got Jordan.
Time.
I mean, He got one with Shaq
Yeah.
and LeBron.
Hold on a second. Let's see if this is. Please, Dwayne Wade. Let me see a show of hands if Dwayne Wade is unanimous on the next 10. This side of the room, and 3.5. Okay, so we're not going to put him there right now. We'll talk about it more later.
I don't know.
Was Alex
I don't
English
know
on?
4 2 guards
he
better
wasn't
than
on
that.
my-
Alex English was not on.
History of the
Okay.
game.
Name, Ernie. I got a name. What
about
Tracy
Jason
McGrady?
Tracy McGrady, is he unanimous?
What?
No. Okay.
He drafted him. He drafted him. Yeah, he drafted him.
You want Davis
Come on,
Down?
man. What do you expect him to say?
Curry?
Reggie Miller.
No, I'll take myself off this. I'm not on that list.
I coached Reggie Miller,
I'm going
I
to
would
put Reggie in there.
and I would say we talk about clutch shot makers.
I'm not putting myself on that list.
So it's
To
not
me-
going to be.
To me, Reggie Miller.
I'm not putting myself on that list.
We
To me,
appreciate
Reggie Miller
your-
was one of the clutch shot makers ever in this league. And when we talk about clutch, I'm not talking about at the end of the game. Reggie Miller would make those shots when you down 4 and you need a bucket to stay in the game. That's when you're giving it to Reggie Miller. A lot of guys miss those shots. But the shots that you got to make to keep up with the team that's pulling away, that's when you got a shot maker. And to me, Reggie's on that
Zeke,
list.
I agree.
So is
I agree.
take yourself because you're not going to vote for yourself. Do we have unanimous Reggie Miller?
I'm on that.
Yeah,
I'm on
best shooter of all time.
I'm on that.
I'm on that. Shaq,
You on that?
Shaq is on a hold up.
Shaq's mad at me.
No, I'm not mad at you. I mean,
Just doesn't like you.
no, it's just that. I actually love Reggie. Me and Reggie, we have similar backgrounds, military. Woo. I'm gonna have to go with Ray Allen because Ray Allen sort of.
Can't fault that.
All right.
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen in the top next 10?
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Over
Hold on.
Reggie?
Yeah, no, because Ray took what Reggie did and kind of turned it up to that next level.
Paul Pierce shouldn't be in this discussion?
No, we got a lot of folks to discuss.
The only reason, before we even go to there, Ernie, like he just said Ray Allen.
Yeah.
I agree that Ray Allen is a great player, but he didn't carry a franchise as long as he carried a franchise.
In Indiana.
Okay, but
where wanted Steve Alford.
Okay. Like that, like
I think they should have taken Steve Alford.
No, I mean, that's no knock.
He's a better coach.
I mean, that's no knock against Reggie, but I like Ray Allen.
All right. We're still sitting
Is Bob
on
McAdoo
7.
in this? Is he part of this?
Tell me, is Bob McAdoo unanimous?
Well, I would say Bob McAdoo.
Then we're sitting on 8. Now, since we've put you in a very uncomfortable spot, we'll do the same thing with Chris Webber.
Only thing I have to say in my behalf is that Dirk, KG, and Tim know me really well. That's all I got to say.
Okay,
That's
good
all I gotta
case.
say.
You know,
Good case.
No, I'm not even saying put up. Regardless,
I think people know my affinity for C-Webb. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Because if you look at his track record, okay, Fab 5. No disrespect to those other Fab 4.
This is NBA though now.
I know that. Hold on for a second.
Okay.
But I'm just talking about. I'm getting to my point.
Okay.
Don't make me come slap the hell out of you.
Oh, yeah.
and all
Hey,
this.
Shaq can handle you. I already know that.
If Shaq comes forward, there's gonna be some furniture moving.
Yeah, come home.
When you sat down, there was furniture moving.
Whoa, yeah, we'd have my.
Now there's going to be furniture moving again.
Hey, so you look at the Fab 5. Like I said, no disrespect to those first 4. He was the man on that team. He goes to Golden State.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year, but they win. They make the playoffs.
And he wraps around his back and dunks on you and makes a commercial out of
He
it.
goes to D.C. and they win. Then he goes to Sacramento and they really win. So you talk about, Sean just said something earlier about impact on the game. Everywhere he went, Sacramento wasn't any good when he went there. The Bullets never made the playoffs until he got there. Nobody thought about the Warriors until he got there. So he's going to get my vote as in that next group.
Okay.
I will say.
So let's see a show of hands on C-Webb.
I said his name first, and y'all just.
I'll go with C-Webb.
I will go with C-Webb.
Oh, is there a contingency?
However,
I want to hear a couple more names.
Couple
more names.
This is the only reason I'm on hold, because I want to know if this name means anything. 2-time MVP of the league, Steve Nash.
No.
So
no.
That would be the only cry. Say, well, he was twice MVP of the league, so now I have to say Webb. Maybe not, but if we're not looking at we're looking at talent.
It's your eye test. It's your eye test.
No, but I wanted to throw that out.
I know.
But Kenny, Coach Reggie, was he true MVP or was he a sympathy MVP?
No, he was a true MVP.
Over me? Twice?
Oh, get out of here.
Hey,
get out of here.
Excuse me. Is that a smoking? Take it back. Waterfront telling ain't no good. Over me. Stop it. Sympathy MVP. Oh, we sympathetic. Why? Because I was too big, too strong, and too good. I can't get it every year.
Sounds like the ramblings of a.
But he wanted back to back.
Let it go, man. I ain't letting nothing go.
The ramblings of a bitter runner-up.
My memories.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, look.
You can't discredit
Yeah.
a two-time MVP.
No.
Can't be in the top.
C-Webb unanimous.
Player.
Well, let me ask you a question. Was it also Kenny?
I'm saying, how can you discredit?
Hold on.
What about Dennis Johnson?
I know. Well,
I mean,
are we going to discredit the two-time MVP?
My question is, was Steve Nash MVP because of the system he played in?
I'm just asking.
Because in that
are
system,
we going to discredit two-time?
Because in that system, a bunch of players
look really good.
Look really good, Kenny.
If we were all GMs and you had Jason Kidd, Gary Payton, Steve Nash all lined up, he would be the third point.
I would say
no question.
He'd be the third point.
No question.
That's why I can't put him on there.
All right, that's what I just wanted to make sure before I gave my C-Webb vote, because I still got another two guys that I was debating.
So is C-Webb on?
So C-Webb is on then.
We are at 9 and we're taking a break. We will come back and get that.
I want to know who the 10. Who's the last?
You're on the show, man. It'll happen.
All right.
We'll be back. Open Court continues after this.
Y'all need to go look at my stats. Come on, Dirk.
Yeah.
Y'all sound crazy. You sound crazy. Go look at my numbers at Dirk.
No, your numbers the same as Dirk.
No, they not.
Yeah.
Ask KG, Tim Duncan, and Dirk who on that list.
I got love for you.
Welcome back to Open Court, where years of pent-up frustration are being released in a discussion of who the next 10 should be following the NBA's 50 greatest many years ago.
We need Dr. Phil.
Man alive, and I need to tell you, in a commercial break here,
Hey, man, we got to get Dr. Phil
we need to market it. You know what?
It's some built-up frustration in there.
Dr. Phil would have about 15 specialists in here trying to. So anyway, here are the 9 we've got at this point to add to the 50. These are the next 10. The 9 we have: Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Allen Iverson, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Dominique Wilkins, Bob McAdoo, and Chris Webber. We have 1 spot left.
Jason Kidd.
We just had, okay, he throws out the name of Jason, and we're looking for unanimous agreement on, and I'm going to, here's the deal, because we may have more than one person get unanimous
soda, he
for
lost
this
my
10th
vote.
spot. Okay.
He lost my vote when he dropped the soda on the floor.
Jason Kidd unanimous?
I'm going with Gary Payton.
It's Gary Payton.
So Jason Kidd,
already on there, right?
Gary Payton is also up for discussion. Is he unanimous?
Oh, GP's not on there yet?
He's not on this. He's not on this list.
Unanimous.
I'm going with Gary Payton.
I need hands, or I need nods, or I need someone saying.
Gary Payton or Jason Kidd? That's where we at.
Is Gary Payton unanimous?
He's on my unanimous.
He's on my list.
He's on my list.
Yeah, he's on
Reg?
my list too.
I'm going with Jason. I'm going with Jason Kidd.
Okay, so Payton, you're not
I
unanimous.
understand that.
All right, so what about
Kevin
Yao
Durant.
Ming?
That's not my
Kevin Durant.
I said Yao Ming first, boss.
Hold it. Okay. So,
First of all,
I'm just saying. So Kevin Durant.
So Yao Ming ain't going to be on there.
Kevin Durant is.
Yeah, now someone's going to get bumped, right?
No, we got one spot left.
I know, but if we get like 4 guys for the 10 spot, then we'll whittle it down. Is Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant.
Oh, man, you're right.
Come on, tell me.
Oh, wow. Hold on.
Hand out.
Your hand up or
No,
your elbow hurt?
hold on. I'm like, Coach, I want to hear more names. I mean, Kevin Durant is a great player, yes.
Just on its own. Don't even consider
Okay,
last
well, yes,
spot right now.
yes,
Just
Kevin
say,
Durant,
because
yes.
then we'll say, okay, look,
Kevin
we only got
Durant,
one
yes.
spot. Who do you? So Kevin Durant
Yes.
is on the list.
Yes.
Now we're going to continue. Grant Hill.
Not over the...
All right.
I just want to say this about Grant Hill. We talk about Jason Kidd. When Grant Hill was healthy, to me, he was Jason Kidd.
Grant Hill was the first LeBron James.
He had
Grant Hill
crossover.
was the
He's
man.
triple.
Yeah.
He was double guard. Injuries.
Audible groan.
I think the injuries.
Because,
No
listen,
question,
Grant was terrific.
cold.
But LeBron is 30 pounds heavier.
I'm talking in terms of straight triple-doubles, dominating the game, playing defense. The dude did everything.
That's true.
But
we had to see it on a nightly basis.
And nobody did that before that.
Scottie Pippen
No
was
3,
similar.
man.
No.
No, he wasn't.
No.
It's like kryptonite. You can't have kryptonite in the room.
You don't remember Zeke going like this, walking past the wall? Walking past the bench.
Right. Kryptonite, man. That's kryptonite.
Is there? Jason Kidd. Unanimous, Jason Kidd. This again will be for the last.
It's not unanimous, so.
Okay, it's not unanimous on Jason Kidd. Alonzo Mourning. It's not unanimous.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Steve Nash.
So?
We talked about Steve Nash a little while ago. Steve Nash.
No.
That's kryptonite.
And we
That's kryptonite again. That's kryptonite. That's kryptonite again.
And so Peyton was not unanimous, correct? Or what?
Right, we only had one, not Peyton.
No, I said Peyton.
No,
I just said I need more names.
All right.
Because he wanted
The only
Jason.
one who's been unanimous is
And we got
Durant.
Dominique.
Paul Pierce?
Trying to Paul.
You got to put Paul Pierce.
That's well,
I
there
think
you
you
go,
got
Paul
to put
Pierce.
Paul Pierce, Dennis Johnson on this list.
Well, let's-
No, but wait. The Dwayne Wade, like, how many did he get? How many votes?
got
did he
unanimous.
Oh, he only got 3.
He's on here. Isn't
He only
Dwayne
got
Wade
3.
on here?
No, he wasn't
No, he
unanimous.
didn't get,
which I don't,
It was not
I
unanimous.
just
he
said,
did
name me
get
3 guards
And was Ray Allen?
Better than
We talked. Ray Allen's name
Ever.
came up, but are we?
We have to revisit Dwayne Wade.
I mean,
We got to revisit Dwayne Wade.
Revisit Dwayne. How about
Okay.
Carmelo? How about Melo?
Over T-Mac and Penny?
Dwayne?
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm going to go with
Over
his
Penny?
analogy.
They won
I'm looking
championship.
at his fingers, man.
I mean, winning counts.
No, here's the thing.
No, he
had two,
but he got 30.
Count when you got
He got
10
you your
championships
fourth, Shaq. He
in
got you
10
your
years,
fourth.
And you got to go get one with
he
him.
single-handedly
He got 30 points.
got you his
He was
fourth.
averaging
I mean, 'cause don't get me wrong,
35.
Dwayne cold. Dwayne is
But he was
cold. I don't
averaging
know-
35.
I don't know a better two. I don't know many better two guards. I'm with
Who
you.
was
but I just got
averaging
one
35?
question. If in a 5-year period you knew you had to go where this man went to go get a championship, I think he's better than his championships because I still give those championships to him. I mean, you could take it however you want, but they had the most dominant big man in the game.
Okay, well, what about Magic with Kareem then?
Same thing. And James Worthy, and like you said, 5 All-Stars. So
Yeah, I mean, so if that's the criteria, I mean, that, you
got me, Zeke.
yeah.
You got me.
So, I mean, so.
You thought it out in your head, right?
Yeah, I mean, D-Wade, I mean, for me.
So do we have? Are we unanimous on D Wade?
I think D Wade should be on
Over Penny and T-Mac?
no.
Absolutely.
Well, he won.
Absolutely over those
won.
How about Vince Carter?
If he would have won some championships, he would have had a
So that means no.
No.
Say if.
No.
Okay.
Because
vote for
and if
that.
Graham Hill
All right,
had
so hold
won
on,
some
Tom.
championships, he would be Bill Walton.
Y'all about to have so many meetings
he would be
between
Bill
free
Walton.
agents.
No, okay, so hold on.
he would have been Bill Walton.
So, great player and not having a championship doesn't really make you a great player?
No, great player.
I don't agree
Not
with that.
having championship. Great player having championships. I got to take the great player who has.
Okay, and
Because they're equal.
Come on,
Let's
dog.
talk about great players.
They're equal.
I'll say C-Webb, Charles, Reggie, they never won championships, okay? But
Hell of a great
players,
Yes.
okay? Now, great players, okay, lost in the Western Conference Finals every year to you. Took a Phoenix franchise that was dormant to the finals, okay, on his back. Lose to Chicago. Get to the NBA Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, lose to you and Kobe, and lose to Jordan in the Eastern Conference Finals, then lose to those guys. I mean, in Detroit.
I'll bring that up. Say that name again, Detroit?
No, we would have won. That's all I got to say. But, those three guys, they elevated. So that makes them great players because they were the carriers. Some of these guys you talk about, they made it, but they were riding in the car. Some guys were just riding in the car with you. So you can't talk about the great players in the same.
Ooh,
No, you can't. You can't.
Preaching,
No, but hold on. No, I understand. but-
Indiana. Reggie was carrying Indiana.
I agree with everything you say, but
So that makes them great because they got there.
But Dirk carried Dallas, and he got there and won. So that's the reason I said.
That's why Dirk is.
quicker than
He's on that
That's
list.
the only
He's
reason.
on that
Over
list.
Penny
Penny Hardaway?
in Sacramento, and that
help me out,
referee
man.
never was alive.
See, Webb, help me out with Penny Hardaway.
You know what I mean?
No, I totally, I'm totally with
I
you
would
on
have
the
went
argument.
C-Webb over Dirk. No. If
But-
that year they went and they took it,
Right.
I would have been like, nah, I'll go with C-Webb.
So y'all going with D-Wade over Penny?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
D-Wade.
How about Paul?
D-Wade.
Because of injury.
How about Paul Pierce?
Probably so.
Well, that's what I think Paul Pierce
Strong
needs to be in
consideration on this.
discussion.
Strong consideration for this.
Most
list.
underrated.
Ernie,
guy we
you know,
talk
like
about.
sometimes they have all those All-American teams. They have honorable mention. Paul Pierce honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Okay. So here's the way I've got it right now. Here's the way. Here's the way I've got it. Way to dismiss the truth.
That's whack.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
So I've got it with actually 11 names here.
We got to take some.
Did you
We've
get
got-
all the way through the list?
I think so. I mean, we threw Vince Carter out there. We already went through Nash.
I mean, you would have been the White
Tony
House
Parker.
next.
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
Why you laughing?
Tony Parker's not there yet.
Why you laughing?
Chris,
He's laughing because I threw a name out.
What names you throw?
Dwight Howard. He said.
Chico, arrest that man.
Hey, man.
Chico, arrest this man.
Listen,
Shame on you. No.
Hey, after we do this show, man, we're going to do an adventure with you two. Y'all got to let this build up animosity.
No,
This is actually going to help. It really is. Okay, so
Let's talk it out, man.
Okay, so
let's hug it out.
Should we take a break and then come back with this list?
What about Chris Paul?
That sounds like a wonderful idea. How about Chris? As we go to break. As we go to break, Chris Paul, is there unanimous for Chris Paul as we go to break? No. You can say it as we go to break.
Why? Because Riverside gave him 30 on
We're going to break. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Shaq hates him. Why? Because he hates him. You think they screwed you on the team? Everybody know you were a better player.
Well, I'm gonna say they screwed me in 80, in 89, and 90. I was first team All-NBA. And after that, I got voted second team behind Stockton every year and was kicking y'all everybody in the league. I was giving it to all you. Yeah! Okay? I had the best record in the league, and I got this to prove it. I'm not getting no MVP.
Okay, as we come back, before we look at the list, we have a motion on the floor to consider Dennis Johnson, the late great Dennis Johnson. Do we get a unanimous vote on DJ?
I'm going to go with Charles' honorable mention.
I didn't see him.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, I didn't see him.
He was a bad boy.
But he was a bad boy.
When he was in Seattle, he was even better than
And if
Boston.
anybody would know a bad boy, it is a bad boy.
Big shot maker, big shot taker, leader. I mean,
Used to have that list. When he picked you, he put you on the list.
I mean, he and Gus Williams.
I like that.
He and Gus Williams, one of the best backcourts ever.
Speaking of lists, here's our list. Tim Duncan.
Yes.
Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
LeBron James.
Yes.
Allen Iverson.
Yep.
Yes.
Kevin Garnett.
Yep.
Yes.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Yep.
Yes.
Dominique Wilkins.
Yep.
Yes.
Bob McAdoo.
Yep.
Chris Webber.
Yep.
Yes.
That's 9. And now we've got Kevin Durant and D-Wade.
See, I think it's no disrespect.
Who gets the 10th spot?
But I think it's Kevin Durant, Chris Webber.
We're not going in order. You're not going to.
Oh, I thought we were going.
No, there's no order, right? There's no.
But Kevin Durant should be. It shouldn't be like he's fighting for that last spot.
Yeah, but he ain't got no championship.
That's
you
right.
said earlier, championships. You take the guy with the championships.
Well, I'm saying him and
No,
Webber.
no, it's not like
we're talking about.
We've got 11
Kevin
names.
Durant and D Wade.
We have 11 names and 10 spots, so somebody on that list is going to have to step aside.
Yeah, so who you go with?
Because we got
Kevin
11
Durant or
names.
D-Wade?
I'm going with Kevin
Go back
Durant.
on your word.
Kevin Durant makes it.
Kevin Durant makes it.
Over D-Wade.
Yes.
I would say,
I'm going Durant.
since they're still in the league, and you're talking about what they're doing and what they've done in this 10-year stretch, and they're still in the league. One's not out, they still in. One has won, 3 championships?
3.
Well,
3 championships, and the other has won 0.
Let me tell you
So I'm
something.
going with the guy, because winning matters. I'm going with the guy who won
championships. Let me ask you a question, though. What's the difference between Kevin Durant and Bob McAdoo?
Bob McAdoo got a ring.
He didn't win it till he went to the Lakers.
That's okay. He still got one.
But I'm saying, all those years he was leading the league in scoring, his teams weren't great.
They weren't, but he did it for like 10, 11 years.
But I'm saying...
He was the MVP of the
Durant,
he's won 1 MVP, and Bob McAdoo won all those scoring titles in Buffalo. And I'm not hating on Bob, but I'm saying their resume is going to be the same.
Right, I agree.
But I'm saying, Bob McAdoo, he came off the bench for the Lakers. I'm just trying to argue his point. Like, Kevin Durant is doing exactly... I bet if you look at the numbers, Kevin Durant's numbers probably better than Bob McAdoo's. And so... That, to me, like, you got to give Kevin a little bit of credit.
We can't have 11 guys.
Here's
credit, but I'm just saying,
I would say
winning championships.
To me, it's hard to take.
I would say Bob McAdoo.
Oh, look.
I would say
hard for me to take Wade off.
Bob didn't win his championship till he went to the Lakers.
No, okay, so
all those years he was
winning. One.
All I'm saying, all those
Durant
years
ain't won one.
when he won MVP and he was leading the league in scoring, they wasn't winning championships in Buffalo.
So Reggie and I, you were reading my mind, because I think here's the only fair thing to do. We were trying to narrow this down to the next 10. I think we've got a list of 11 right here, And when you leave the office today, you leave the studio today with your list of the 11, you can cross out whoever you want, and then you'll have 10, and you at home can do the same thing, and you can decide. 'Cause, I mean, how do you exclude one of these guys at this point? Unless you think, no, that's not a bad idea, a good idea. We need to have 10.
No, we need to have 10.
Yeah, Ernie,
Make it.
Okay.
Ernie, you know why? Because we started the show with who we left off on the 50.
All right.
And we left guys off.
So somebody's going to get left off.
Somebody going to get left
So we're going through the list one last time.
I'm just going to do this.
We're going through the list.
I want to give you a hug. Come here.
I ain't standing up. You ain't hugging me for getting off the list.
Well, there you go. Because,
I want to give him a hug, man.
Because these had to be unanimous, and now it's not unanimous on C-Web. That means KD and D-Wade join the list of the 10.
That's mine.
And you know what? I think we had another great idea. C-Web, I'm sorry.
Same.
Thank God.
Oh, wait a minute. Really? Oh, you go?
And you too.
Oh, okay.
You too. Thanks for voting.
All right, come on.
Man, you're awesome. That away. That's it for this edition of Open Court. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'm glad we did get down to those 10. I feel much better about myself.
I had to take the bullet because y'all were thinking that?
You took the bullet, but
Y'all didn't want to say it, huh?
pushed everybody up by taking the bullet.
I disagree with you, Reggie. We should pick one.
We already did.
We already did.
Taking C-Web off.
No, he picked that, not we. He picked that. I didn't pick that.
There it is.
Take it up
That
next
ain't my
show.
list. That ain't my list.